Tēnā koutou katoa, no mai, haere mai, and welcome to the Akau Tangi Sports Centre here in Kilburnie, Wellington, for the College Sport Wellington Regional Div 1 final between St Mary's College and Sacred Heart College from the Hutt Valley. This looks set to be a real blockbuster, this final this afternoon. Both these two teams who played each other earlier in the season. That day, though, Sacred Heart were not on fire and they end up losing to St Mary's 43-18. But finals can be completely different. And joining me, someone who knows all about playing at the higher level of netball, former Silver Fern captain Sandra Edge. Sandra, it's great to have you on the broadcast here on Huddy Sports. Your thoughts on this final?
Great to be here, thank you. St Mary's, a very, very strong lineup. Very familiar with most of these young women. Not quite so familiar with Sacred Heart College, but really looking forward to seeing them in action.
A massive crowd here at the Sports Centre for this final. As we wait for the umpires to get this match underway, and time is on, so 4 quarters of 10 minutes, and it's St Mary's early on attack through their centre. And they look to get the early points on the board, and that's a great start there by St Mary's for Leah Russell, the goal shoot. Tell us about her, Sandra.
Getting stronger and stronger. She's a great holder, very accurate. She'll position herself well for the middies, and you've seen that already.
And it's a good work there by St Mary's, again stealing the ball off Sacred Heart. And they look to advance further up to the field into the hands of the goal defender. It is Koea. And it fires in, and it's been well taken again by Russell. That's an excellent pass from the wing attack for St Mary's. Tell us about her, Sandra.
Who have we got? Perina Kuzintaviti. She'll run great lines. Good release of the ball, which we just saw. She'll try and get to circle edge. It's what most middies are trying to do. Makes it easier for the feed.
Well, that's two missed shots at goal now for Leah Russell, but she's managed to get her second for the night.
Yeah, great rebounding.
Sacred Heart at the moment, two turnovers are vital in netball, Sandra. And yet again, there's an error there. I believe that's for stepping.
Yeah. Under pressure, St Mary's are very, very good one-on-one. They're going for the ball, but just applying that pressure also causes mistakes, and Sonic's got her rhythm going there.
And they certainly have come out firing here, and they've got possession of the ball again as they look to advance into the Sacred Heart circle. Contact has happened. The ball's going to have to go back to the goal attack, that is Bates. And Bates lobs that one into the net, and it advances the scoreline out further. 5-0 early on, still 8 minutes to go.
That's Phoenix there, the goal attack. So Phoenix is a New Zealand secondary school representative, and she also played for the Central Manawa in the NNL. Very accurate shooter.
And she's also the daughter of former All Black John Swalger as well. John himself, his son, played for the Wellington College under-15s in rugby in the weekend, and they won the championship. Great sporting family is the Schwalgers.
Verona Parker's got Sacred Heart underway.
First points on the board for Sacred Heart, 5-1. And St Mary's looking again, and look at that beautiful pass right over the top of the defenders of Sacred Heart. And Leah Russell, just easy as you like, but that's a great pass in, just exploiting that space.
It is. Leilani Stemper-Gray, she's competing, but it's a hard ask, but she wasn't too far away that time.
Oh, and that pass there, that time there by the wing attack, Brooke Morgan, went adrift. And so St Mary's will get the ball back again. Just dominating every sort of facets here at the moment as St Mary's. We just Sacred Heart need to just tidy up early on this quarter. Sandra?
Probably on attack, just need to be a little bit stronger drives or stronger changes of direction. St Mary's are just swamping them a little bit at the moment.
And yet again, they're just managing to work around this defence of Sacred Heart, and Sacred Heart have got no answer at the moment. And Leah Russell currently on 6 of the 7 goals she has scored so far. But this looks like it's a turnover for Sacred Heart.
It's a an offensive obstruction, I think, from Perina. Giving Sacred Heart the attack. Actually, that's Ella Grace. Churchwood at wing defence, yes. Bringing the ball down well.
And the shot at goal comes, this time here by Parker. And it's gone in again, so she's 2 from 2. And St Mary's that time just coughing up a few little technical errors.
That was better by Sacred Heart. Very definite. That was Alyssa coming out strong, good change of direction, but they've lost it. Ooh.
And turned over again.
Ella Grace, Churchwood, coming through for the intercept.
Good transition play between the goal attack and the wing attack. And here comes the shot from Sacred Heart, but it has drifted and contact has occurred there. It's going to be a turnover for St Mary's.
Brooke Morgan did a good job there, wing attack, just positioning on the circle edge and patient and delivered good ball.
Well, when the ball that time hit the rim of the net and bounced out, but it came off a Sacred Heart hand, so it's going to be a St Mary's throw-in. It comes out to their centre. Yet again, loose pass, and that time Leah Russell could only do one thing, and that was knock the ball over the line. But Sacred Heart have possession.
Yes, Leilani Stemper-Gray throwing in. She's looking confident. Ella Grace, Churchwood, that's better. From Sacred Heart.
Good easy pass, but they're just got to try and get around the St Mary's defence. And if you look at the goalkeeper and goal defence, they're really swarming down the zones. But that time there, it's worked well. And the shot comes in for Parker.
Yes, well done, Anaya Gardner. Let that ball go right in the right place over the St Mary's defenders' heads.
And St Mary's finding a lot of gaps in the Sacred Heart defence so far. And Leah Russell receives the ball from Schrolger.
Yep, good shooter-to-shooter play there between Phoenix and Sonic.
And of course, Sandra, any of these girls you know in the St Mary's team who you have a lot to do with, any of them on the radar for the Pulse and the ANZ Premiership?
Well, Phoenix Schrolger, she had a full season with Central Manawa, and I think she played every game. Caitlin Lafayette, the goalkeeper for... There we go, just seeing her skill there, coming over the top cleanly. Take that ball. Charlotte White, the centre, she's big engine. she's very dogged. She'll keep going and going, and the bigger the job, the more she'll give. Tawila Bennis, wing defence for St Mary's. Great job there on attack. She's one of the best trackers in the game. So, yeah, plenty of talent in the St Mary's group.
Oh, and that is a terrific shot.
No
that
goal.
Time. No goal, actually. No. Why would that be the case, Sandra?
Might have stepped. And Perina Kuzantaviti just intercepted there. Great to see wing attacks on defence.
So St Mary's out to a 10 points to 3 lead with 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter, live here on Party Sports YouTube. Many thanks to College Sport Wellington allowing us to broadcast you these finals. We're also going to bring you 2 other finals alongside College Sport this weekend. The boys Premiership football final on Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. and Friday the basketball final at 8 o'clock back here at this very venue. Parker that time bounced off the rim of the goal, but she's going to have another shot here. The defenders committed the foul, which she's missed again.
Foy Lamana, she's a year 10 in the goal defence for St Mary's. She took a stunning intercept to start the game and putting on lots of pressure, and there she is on attack for the centre pass. Very good.
What St Mary's are doing really well here, Sandra, is they're moving around the Sacred Heart defence and making them having to act on their toes all the time.
Yeah, great timing, good strong movements, good change of direction.
Pass from Gardner comes out to her wing attack and Morgan.
Yes, Tuela Bennis and Fo'i Lamana and Charlotte putting lots of pressure on that Sacred Heart centre pass attack. Make it really hard for them to get the ball down to the circle edge.
Contact outside the circle, and it comes back into Parker. It's going to be Iona that's going to take the shot. She gets her first in for the evening. That makes it 11-5. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. St Mary's back with possession of the ball from the centre restart. Just look at that imposing figure of Leah Russell. She's just got the height that is just a great advantage. You remember the likes of Irene van Dijk. She was so tall in that department. And a great asset when you've got a goal shooter that has got plenty of height, Sandra.
Certainly is, and she's got great hands, takes the ball in very, very well, rebounds well. Oh, that was a Naya Gardner. Maybe she saw a gap that soon disappeared, and the ball's gone over the back line. So Caitlin Lafayette to throw in, Tuela Bennis.
I just have a bit of a getting back on the mark for St Mary's. 4 seconds left. And we asked to advance the ball up further to the line. A little technical one there by the umpires, but wild pass out to Leah Russell. She's got to go for the quick shot, but not to be. And so that is the end of the first quarter. 12-5 is the score to St Mary's over Sacred Heart. A dominant start by St Mary's. Sacred Heart showing some promise there, Sandra, but they've got to really tidy up their defensive circle. Well, a minute to go in the first quarter break. 12-5 to St Mary's, the favourites heading into this final. And just before we start the second quarter, and Sandra, you're heavily involved here with Wellington Netball. What is your role?
I work in the development space. Help out with the rep programs, our general programs, our talent development programs, and also coach development, which I'm really enjoying at the moment.
15 seconds left in the team talks from both the coaches, giving the message out to both their sides. St Mary's, who are they coached by this year, Sandra?
Palesa Semu. Very experienced coach. Oh, looks like she's wobbling a bit there. Must have injured herself.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like there's any changes for either of these teams heading into the second quarter.
So second quarter underway. 12-5 is the score. And good turnover there by Sacred Heart. Great way to start the second quarter.
It was. That was Ella Grace Churchwood coming from behind and taking her feet through the ball and dispossessing St Mary's of their ball. They look a bit sharper. Maybe they're... Oh, Captain Lafayette. That was unfortunate. Read that well. Came out for the intercept, but was pinged for contact.
And a good start by Sacred Heart. Alicia Iona, the goal attack, getting the first points of the second quarter. 12-6 is the score, and they have the ball back as well. Advantage looks like it's been played here again. Parker passes it out, but contact has been called.
Much better driving to the ball from Sacred Heart, making quite a difference.
Ball comes back into Alicia again, but it's bounced off, and Parker tried to do the ballerina to keep it in, but foot on the line. They're out of touch. And so St Mary's back with the ball. First possession for them in the second quarter. And they look to fire down. Good pressure applied there by the goal defence and Isabel Toa. There's excellent work, but contact was made. It comes back out again to Schwalger.
Yeah, nice timing from Phoenix. Just that little baseline pop made it look very easy.
So, fast starting quarter here. 13-6. St Mary's back with possession of the ball. Schwalger looks, passes back out to her wing attack. She's allowed to step forward to take the shot and extend the lead even further for Sacred Heart.
It's good to see Phoenix playing at goal attack. She's played most of her games in the last few years at goal shooter, so she's doing a good job out there balancing the court.
Good pass here. Here she is again with the ball. Passes back to a centre. High pass over the top to Leah Russell. And it bounces off the rim, but she manages to get the ball before the defenders from Sacred Heart could get hold of it.
Well done, Sonic Leah Russell. Pretty good winner. Shooter can get a rebound like that, her own rebound.
That's 11 goals for her in the match so far. 15-6 is the score.
Good pick up by Charlotte White. That ball was deflected by the Sacred Heart defensive duo.
Well, that time there, Schwalger's shot bounced off the back of the ring, but it's come into the hands of Leah Russell, who unfortunately is overthrown, overstretched that shot. It's gone back, but unfortunately it came off a Sacred Heart hand, so Schwalger will have the ball. Good lofty pass again, and that's a good tactical weapon. Great work there by the centre as well.
Yeah, Charlotte White let the ball go. Catch the defender out.
Charlotte White, she can also play wing attack as well, according to our match program here.
She does. So we've just had a change. Tuela Benes is off, and Tiarani. Where's Tiarani? There she is. Tiarani Vulu is on. She's a dynamic player. Actually, what St Mary's are doing very well there. Defenders are bringing the ball down well on attack. It's always good when you got defenders that can get the ball down.
Throw comes into Schwalger from her reliable centre in Charlotte White. But Sacred Heart have managed to turn it over. 16-6 the score, 6 minutes to go in the second quarter here in the College Sport Wellington Regional Netball Div 1 Final for 2023. Parker, we're possession of the ball, finds it out to their centre Gardner.
Great work, Sacred Heart. Good timing, good strong leads to the ball, good turns.
Well, so glad we're playing inside here, Sandra, at the Sports Centre, because outside it is just miserable. That southerly is kicked in.
It has. I flew in today at about 3. So it was like, welcome back to Wellington.
We've had the rain. We haven't really had the wind in the capital city much this winter, but it's come back with a vengeance this evening.
No, it welcomed us today, that's for sure.
Sacred Heart from the centre pass. Big pass down to Parker, just inside her circle. Passes out, but it's been stolen.
No, she wasn't balanced, Parker, when she took the ball.
In particular, the zone defences in this game, Sandra, is so important. And you're seeing St Mary's really capitalising on Sacred Heart, who just haven't got that defensive pattern sorted just yet.
No, I think it does make it hard when St Mary's are very good at, like as I said earlier, the defenders bring it down onto the tack. They bring it down strong, and it doesn't give their defenders time to set up. It's and perhaps Sacred Heart, maybe the attackers can do a little bit more work to make it difficult for. Oh, there we go, out of court.
Out of court.
Sacred Heart. Yes, if the attackers can put on a little bit of defence just to hold the ball up a bit, that pressure builds and certainly helps in gaining possession further down the court.
Well, there's one thing in particular you hardly ever see in netball. I've only ever seen it once, was in the World Cup in the Caribbean, Timapara George being yellow carded. It's very rare to get yellow carded or sent off in netball, Sandra.
Yeah, there's a warning, caution and a warning system that sometimes is a bit long. And contesting is allowed, like the rule has changed slightly. The saying is netball's not a contact sport, but it's pretty physical.
Iona with the shot, and that is her 5th goal of the match. 17-9. And Sacred Heart playing a lot better here in the second quarter.
Yeah, I think the difference is on attack. They're being definite. The release of the ball is a lot better. It's stronger and it's a little bit quicker. And there you go, another goal for Sacred Heart.
And that's 6 for Alicia Iona, the goal attack.
Yeah, they're sharing the shooting load.
And a turnover again. St Mary's uncharacteristically making a lot of mistakes here at the moment, and Sacred Heart just starting to find their groove now. Comes down to the centre, but that's good pressure defence by St Mary's.
Yes, good pick up by Tiara Nivulu.
Now that time there, White couldn't control the ball, and so Sacred Heart will have the ball, a throw from the line.
St Mary's have just lost their shape a little bit. Oh, here we go. Charlotte White gets the ball back.
Oh, nearly stolen that time by Sacred Heart, but St Mary's managed to hang on to possession.
Good long pass by Tiara Nivulu. Cleared the mess, got it down towards the circle.
It's now 14 goals so far for Leah Russell.
Oh, good defensive pressure by St Mary's.
Less than 2 minutes to go. 18-10 is the score here in the second quarter, approaching half-time. Much better quarter by Sacred Heart. St Mary's just a bit out of shape in this quarter, but they're doing very well. Good work by Schwalger. She manages to get the pass back from Leah Russell, and she goes in and scores her 5th for the game.
Yeah, Phoenix Schwalger, very balanced, very assured.
White surveys, looks for that lofty pass again to Leah Russell, and that's as easy as you like, but she's...
Step, there was a call for stepping. Yes, must have shuffled her feet when she took the ball.
Good pass down to Gardner. She looks into Parker.
Yeah, much better Sacred Heart, letting the ball go. Caitlin Laifaeli deflected the shot. That's pretty clever.
And that is great defence. Less than a minute to go in the second quarter. Pass comes through. Excellent as you like. They've got a good routine going here, do White and Leah Russell. And that's her 15th goal of the game. 20 points to 10. 10-point lead, but it can change so easily in netball, Sandra. You would have known your years of playing. You would have seen, you thought it would have been in comfortable margins, but they can change very quickly.
They sure can. Well done, Sacred Heart. That was slick, using the circle edge to get the ball in. Unfortunately, a miss there by Alyssa.
St Mary's looking to finish off the second quarter. I won't be impressed with the middle stages of this quarter, but they're finishing off in a lot better form. 16th goal there for Leah Russell, 21-10. And they might have one more opportunities, but not to be. And that will be half-time here at the Akau Tangi Sports Centre. And it is St Mary's ahead, 21-10. And we'll be back in roughly 2 minutes for the third quarter. Welcome back. And 21-10 is the score at half-time. Started the third quarter and Sacred Heart early with possession. And that time, contact foul made by St Mary's. So looks like we've got a change in goal shooter as well for Sacred Heart by the looks of it. And they have got the first points. They've actually started both the second and the third quarter in more of a positive way. 21-11. A new goal shoot on too as well for St Mary's, and you would probably know that goal shoot pretty well there, Sandra.
Not as well as some of the others. Katana Bates is, Phoenix Schwalger's gone back to goal shooter, and Sonic Leah Russell's come off, and Katana Bates is on at goal attack. It's the only change.
Well, they probably needed to stop Leah Russell scoring so much. She already had 16 goals to her name. And Sacred Heart look to survey options, and they're definitely trying new tactics here as well.
Yes, good backup from Anaya Gardner on the circle edge, the centre for Sacred Heart. And looks like Brooke Morgan's back on at wing attack, and she's the steadying influence on.
And that was some big pressure defence there by St Mary's. That defensive circle was so strong for them. And that time there, they put the physicality into great effect.
Yeah, they sure are a presence. And Te Aranivulu has gone from wing D to centre. Charlotte White's off.
23-11 here in the third quarter. And it's a wild pass that time by St Mary's. And just trying to be a bit too extravagant that time there, Sandra.
Yeah, it was a good drive into the pocket, but the pass went out of court.
And contact has been happened there. Up to the top. Pressure by St Mary's.
Yeah, well done, Anaya Gardner.
And another good goal that time there by Iona. It's now 7 goals to her name. 23 points to 12, and they will get the ball back again from the centre throat. A bit of a messy position, but they will get the foul.
Yeah, they're looking lively. The shooting circle for Sacred Heart. Short shooter to shoot a ball.
So back to 10 points here in the third quarter. Many, as they say in sport, this is often the championship quarter, and at the moment, Sacred Heart have started well. Heavy contact that time. And not to beat. Defensive effort by Sacred Heart that time. Couldn't quite manage to slow down Swalger and also Bates. And Swalger goes over and gets another shot at goal.
Oh, well done. Very direct from Sacred Heart attackers. 1, 2, 3 and in.
They seem to be just getting a bit more freedom of the ball inside their shooting circle now. They're managing to work around this St Mary's defence.
Yeah, doing a good job. I think in the second quarter, the passing generally was a lot more confident and crisper and released a little bit earlier, not letting the St Mary's defensive unit set up.
So 24 plays 14.
Phoenix Schwalger, so strong in there. Fabulous body positioning.
Now, of course, Sandra, you're a former Silver Fern captain as well in your time. Recently, the Silver Ferns didn't quite manage to retain their title, but they've got some good young players coming through in that Silver Ferns roster at the moment.
Yep, good. There was a good, this particular group that went away to World Champs. Good, strong, solid experience base with lots of exciting, dynamic players coming through. So they will have benefited hugely from that experience. Shame about the placing, but certainly wasn't through lack of effort, that's for sure. good to see some other countries strengthening and featuring in that top 8, really.
Well, and I think one of the more surprising results was the draw with South Africa. And it's been a long time since South Africa have been up in the top echelon of netball, but they really put pressure on.
I remember that remember that back in 1995 where they actually beat New Zealand and I was there. so moving on, good work by St Mary's.
Oh, that is
good pressure by the Sacred Heart encircled defenders. I think we've had a change there. I'm just waiting to get that change, but yep, close forced the error by St Mary's and bringing the ball through court good. Confidently, not rushing.
Well, they just seem to be playing a lot more confidence and
right.
asserting themselves here, Sacred Heart.
They are.
Considering that they're getting a lot more freedom inside their shooting circle. And there's the 10th goal for Iona, so that makes it 26-16. St Mary's again coming down towards their shooting circle. Bates looks for Swalga. She goes for more of a mid-range shot, and that time there, she gets her 10th goal of the game. 27-16. 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Oh, that was a gift for Lafayette in the St Mary's defensive end. I think Sacred Heart are a lot better when they keep the ball moving, keep it flat, any floaty ones like that. Caitlin Lafayette, it's too easy, that one.
St Mary's now have the throw again from the centre, and another easy as you like pass to Swalga.
Yep, a little up to go back for Phoenix, just losing the defence forward and then dropping back to receive it. And good pass from Perina Kuzintaviti.
Of course, Sacred Heart College have been, until the last few years, used to have a big netball courts at their grounds, but unfortunately they haven't been able to use them due to building work, but they've always produced many great netballers out from Sacred Heart, and there have always been fierce battles between both Sacred Heart and St Mary's over the years.
Yes.
Particularly a lot of the Sacred Heart girls in the past have gone on and played for the Convent Netball Club as well.
Not too familiar with the Hutt Valley Schools competition. I take it Sacred Heart are leading the charge in the Hutt Valley in terms of school netball.
Good passage and good passing there, and Bates goes for a mid-range shot and she gets it in. It's her second for the match, 30 points to 18. A minute and a half to go in the third quarter.
There we go, that's better by Sacred Heart. The ball's moving and finished off nicely.
They just narrow that margin even further. A minute to go, the score is 30 points to 19. The main scoreboard hasn't been updated just for the last minute. Hopefully it will be updated soon. 31 to 19. Another easy as you like goal there for Swalga.
So Sacred Heart College have beaten their score from the last meeting of these two teams. They scored 18. Now they're on to 19.
And that's
Make that 20.
Make that 20, and that was a terrific shot. And the goal shooters from both teams starting to grow in confidence. And they get the turnover here, Sacred Heart. Excellent work.
That's it, the movement of the ball.
Oh, brilliant. That probably goes up there as possibly one of the best shots at the net all game.
Yeah, and I think that was you know, one of the reasons that was finished well was that the service provided by the middies was slick and sharp. And
Well, that is the end of the third quarter. 31-20 is the score. 10 goals apiece for both teams. Oh, so 31-21, I mean. So one more quarter to go. Now, even though St Mary's have had a good margins here, Sandra, but they you can't rest on your laurels here. Sacred Heart could come back. Anything's possible in sport.
yeah, it's a big ask, but no, good to see Sacred Heart getting some good flow on attack, and yeah, just mixing it up on D, getting in the road, just making it a little bit more challenging for St Mary's.
So the fourth quarter about to get underway. 15 seconds left on the playing clock here at the Akau Tangi Sports Centre here in Kilburnie in the capital city. And the officials are ready to go, and it'll be St Mary's that will get the fourth quarter underway. And the action on in this final quarter. Can St Mary's maintain their healthy buffer that they've had for most of this game? And another great shot there again, and that time there it's Bates with the goal. And it looks like Sacred Heart here are going to advance further up the court. What happened there, Sandra?
I'm not sure. I couldn't quite tell what that was about.
It's been well officiated too, this final so far as well. Both the umpires have done a sterling job. Unfortunately, the shot that time has bounced off the rim of the post, so therefore St Mary's are going to have possession of the ball yet again.
Ooh. Yes, bit of a mix-up there. St Mary's have had a change. Charlotte White's come back on at centre. Tiara Nivolu, wing D. Tuila Bennis is on in the goal D position and just intercepted as I said that.
St Mary's press hard again on attack. And a great pass to Swolger.
Yeah, lovely up to go back from Phoenix. Good release from Charlotte White.
Another great pass into Swolger again.
Yeah, this St Mary's team, the combination of Charlotte White at centre, Perina Kuzentaviti and Phoenix Schwalger, they're all in the Wellington under-18 team, representative team that took out the New Zealand title, and there's Caitlin picking it up. She too was in the team, as was Tuila Bennis.
Good pressure there by Sacred Heart in the wing defence. That was Grace Churchwood.
Yeah, Ella Grace Churchwood. She's still on.
She's been playing
No, we've had a change.
Sacred Heart are going to get the ball back. They just disrupted the other game there.
Yeah, so Ella Grace has gone to goal defence.
Oh, but what's happened here, Sandra?
That might have been offside, I think. Offside from what I saw. Perina Kuzentaviti coming off, and we have who's come on here at wing attack. Maya Masina.
Oh, and it looks like a step has happened there. So turnover here for Sacred Heart. And we just have time off here as the ball from the other court has entered the field into the other at this court here on court 10. The other netball finals on today here this evening as well. Shot comes through, but no, they're going to pass it out again and get themselves into a better position.
Well done, Sacred Heart. Good use of the circle edge triangles, getting it in cleanly to the shooters, although is there Caitlin Lafayette. Oh,
just a bit
there.
overthrown.
Yep.
Lafayette in that circle, she's just been a real menace on defence, hasn't she?
Yep, she sure has. Reads the play very, very well. Great extension. Yeah, positions her body very well to gain ball.
That is the 16th goal for Phoenix Schwalger. She's equal now with Sonic Leah Russell. Both of them have 16 goals in the game.
Yep, Sacred Heart doing very well when they let the ball go. Finished nicely.
36-21, less than 6 minutes to go. St Mary's comfortable at the moment.
And Tuila Bennis very good at bringing the ball down on attack.
And that's one key area for St Mary's is bringing it down on the wings, and the wings have been really dominant in that area.
Yeah. Yep, strong attacking defenders.
Schwalger again, she'll get this one in. She'll become the highest goal scorer of the final. 17 goals to her name. Sacred Heart, unfortunately.
Yeah, a bit of a soft turnover. Just pass was a little bit misplaced.
And I think that's probably where they'll look back at this and they'll probably say that they probably needed to cut down the error rate, and that's probably where I think that if they can, you know, in future games to come, if they can tidy up that, they can be a bit more competitive.
Yeah, sure, and I think, oh, there we go. Great intercept by Sacred Heart goalkeeper, and Tuila Bennis has just come through for an intercept for St Mary's. Oh, and a step by St Mary's, so back it goes. Sacred Heart in possession.
Bit of to and fro so far.
Yeah, I think it was Sacred Heart's start. I think they needed to start with a bit more vim and vigour and confidence, because, you know, when you're on the back foot 12-5, it's very hard to, you have to dig deep from then on, which they have done. They have done in this middle part, so it'd be good to see them, stay confident. That's what Caitlin Lafayette does.
Yeah, and she just
hand in the road, read the play, read the path of the ball well.
Well, it's just got great vision as well, just to see the opposition's pass coming through. And Lafayette, watch out for that name in years to come.
Yeah, it's a little bit up and down at the moment. Both teams are a little bit messy. Oh, Tiara Nivolu picks up a ball. Transverse. Oh, here we go again. Ella Grace Churchwood picks up the ball. Goodness. Possibly getting a little bit tired, these young players.
Well, it's such a fast-paced game, and the pressure particularly on the ankles and the knees, particularly on these hard courts, takes a bit of a toll and adds to the fatigue.
Yep, feeling the effects of that myself. A few years of running around, although in our day we didn't play in these flash stadiums with lovely sprung boards. We were outside on the asphalt in our Bata Bullets. Oh, well done, Sacred Heart. Another one for them, and they've got the centre pass.
38-22.
Oh, ringing the changes.
Oh, and a quick, looks like some wristbands might have just been thrown off the side of the court there by one of the Sacred Heart players. They're in possession of the ball. And it's Verona Parker back on.
Yeah, when they hesitate, Sacred Heart, they They hesitate with the pass. They come a little bit unstuck, so that's better. Reset to the transverse. Oh, anything aerial will get gobbled up, and it did.
Here goes St Mary's. They're looking to close this final out. It's been a bit of a messy last quarter.
It has been
Just
up
mentioned
and
a lot of to and fro, but 39-22. The ball's back with Swolger again. He's allowed to step forward and take this shot at the basket. And they've hit 40, St Mary's, and they're going to have the feed from the centre. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in this final. They look to circle around, but step again.
Sacred Heart, 2 minutes to go. See if they can capitalise on the turnover.
From the side, the throw comes out to Parker. Side
Oh, well done.
Oh, nearly got through there that time. But that good zone defence of St Mary's manages to shut down the Sacred Heart attack.
Great long pass. St Mary's getting it down. Oh! And good to see the Sacred Heart circle defence coming out for the ball. And once the ball's in flight, you've got nothing to lose, so go for it.
And that was a great pass under pressure to Swolger.
Yeah, she takes the back pass very well.
41-22. Minute 10 to go in this final. St Mary's showing why they've been the more dominant team in this competition for 2023, but you've got to hand it to Sacred Heart.
Dear.
Unfortunately, a mistake. But you hand it to them, they've fought hard, but they'll look back on that, probably that first quarter.
Yeah, for sure. And haven't, score-wise, what have they only made 2 goals?
Yeah, only 2 goals.
2 shots this quarter by Sacred Heart.
And Swolger, well, she's now got her 20th goal.
And she makes it look easy.
Oh, sure does.
Although the Sacred Heart defenders are well done. Yep, should have probably taken a feet through the ball. Have we got Leilani Stemper-Gray back on? Could have taken their feet through the ball.
So 10 seconds left, and Sacred Heart, if they can quickly get their third goal off the quarter, only got 6 seconds to get the ball up there.
Yeah, Ella Grace Churchwood did a great job.
Big long-range pass, but not to be. And St Mary's are your champions in the regional final for College Sport Wellington for 2023. Sacred Heart, they put in a tough performance. They fought hard, but unfortunately today it is St Mary's that have come out as the champions. But really, it was a good team performance, particularly in those opening quarters for St Mary's, Sandra.
Yeah, they set it up well with that. In the first quarter, really dominating. Love seeing the attackers defending and the defenders attacking, so a good all-round team performance. And then Sacred Heart did really well in the middle of the game. Like, they really did. I think once they let the ball go on attack, flat, hard, good movement, a little bit more pressure on defence, and they held St Mary's really well.
So many thanks to Sandra Edge for joining the broadcast, former Silver Fern captain. Pleasure to have you on, Sandra. Many thanks to College Sport Wellington. We'll be back on Wednesday on Huddy Sports YouTube to bring you the boys' football final, the Trivia Rugby Cup between St Pat's Silverstream and Hutt International Boys School. That kicks off at 7:30. Our coverage will start at 7:15 on Huddy Sports YouTube. In the meantime, St Mary's are your champions for 2023. I'm Brad Hudson. Ciao for now.